So I got to tell you, I didn't see this one coming. It's so funny too because I had just gotten done finishing up the videos for the Vikings post game and the Buffalo Monday night game coming up. This news breaks and I'm like, fuck. So now I got to go back into the editing system and I got to add something to it because it's huge news, right? I want you to watch those videos though because it was almost like a premonition for today. So watch those videos because in both of those videos, I went off on Saleh and I went off about the coaching. And I didn't say that they should fire him in those videos, but I went off like in both videos about, all of these issues that I feel like, is going on here with this team and the coaching and Saleh as a head coach. They are very relevant to what happened today, which is Saleh getting fired. And again, I didn't see it coming. I was pretty surprised, almost shocked this morning when I heard the news that they got rid of Saleh. But is it really that surprising? Is it really that shocking? I've been saying it since week one that there is a coaching problem going on with this team. And, all you got to do is just look at the thumbnails of my videos so far for this season. And they alone will tell you, what I've been seeing with this team. And, it's just coaching is the fucking problem here. And, between game management and, the team just looking completely unconditioned for week one. And, it's just, this is all coaching. The Denver game, come on, man. How do you come out that flat in that game? And on and on and on. It was just, so listen, I like the move. I think it was surprising to me that they pulled the trigger, this early in the season, even mid-season, right? We're in the season. And like I said, it's surprising that they pulled the trigger like this. But at the same time, I can't argue with it. And I don't think there are many who can. Saleh did not know how to be a head coach. He might be a great defensive coordinator, but as far as head coaching goes, this guy, he didn't have it. He just didn't have, what it takes to be a head coach, man. A head coach is, you need to know how to fucking manage a game, just for starters, and I saw enough in the Viking game where I was like, you got to take those 3 points. All right. So right there, it was the beginning of the game. I said, this fucking guy doesn't know what he's doing. This guy is not a good head coach. And that was just like the tip of the iceberg with this whole situation. But definitely check out the Vikings post-game video. I just put it out, and the Buffalo Monday night game, as far as me just really going off about the coaching and Saleh, and voila, the next day he's gone. So check it out. So now, where do we go from here? All right. The interim coach is Jeff Ulbrich, I believe, the defensive coordinator. So I like this. I feel good about this. I have a good vibe about this. I really do. He's a former player, which I like a lot. All right. Some of these former players make really good coaches. So I like that. He had the defense playing very well, pretty much this season for the most part. But I'm interested to see what this guy can do with this team. And listen, if this guy, you never know, man, things work out in mysterious ways. If this guy can, first of all, if he could just beat Buffalo for starters, okay? And then get this team not only just to have a winning record, but if he can actually get them into the playoffs, why don't you? How do you not keep the guy? I would love to see that happen and the Jets keep this guy. I just don't want the whole coaching carousel to come back. You know what I mean? Like, because if you bring in a brand new coach, then he's going to want to clean house, do it his way. And listen, I get that, but now it's like now we're starting over again, man. I that's what I don't want. That's what I spoke about partially in the videos I just put out. So let's just hope that this guy can just take the reins of this team and do something really good and get them into the playoffs. Now, another question I have is Hackett, right? Is Hackett staying? Because from what I've seen so far, I mean, does this guy deserve to stay? I know he's, him and Rodgers are like fucking intertwined, and Rodgers is really the reason why Hackett's here. But Rodgers needs to understand that he's the quarterback, and he's not the fucking coach, and he's not the fucking head coach, all right? So, you gotta just do what's best for the team here, man. And if Hackett isn't cutting it, then you got to get rid of Hackett. And, with Ulbrich now stepping in and being the new head coach, which is what he is now, right? Even though he's an interim coach, he is the new head coach. So along with that comes some say and some power, I would imagine. So maybe he'll have the balls to say, look, either some things need to change on a serious level here on the offensive side of the ball, or, thanks for your service, Hackett, and bring somebody else in that maybe he knows somebody that he thinks would be a better fit. Listen, it's like I just said, you can't let Rodgers run this team. Rodgers is the reason why Hackett's here. He's the reason why Lazard's here. This bullshit with Devontae Adams now. Why? Because Rodgers wants him? Listen, just play quarterback, dude. You know what I'm saying? And let the fucking head coach and the general manager run this team. So, to sum it up, because I had to make a video about this, obviously, right? I normally just make my weekly videos unless something big happens, and this is big. So let's sum it up, all right? I think it's a good move. I think I like Ulbrich as the interim coach. I have a really good vibe about him and what I think he may be able to do with this team. And all the other shit, like I said, let's just coach this team up and start winning games, man. And this game against Buffalo is a big game. So, and they need to win this game if this team wants to have a serious season, okay, where they do some damage, make the playoffs. You want to make some waves this year. You want to progress, all right? Then you got to beat Buffalo. So this is a big game, and I think the coaching change, as shocked as I was, I just didn't think that the organization would have had the balls to fucking pull the trigger on firing him after week 5. So, but I'm glad they did. I think it really needed to happen. And we'll see what Ulbrich can do, man. I have a really good vibe about this guy. And we'll see. So, and that's pretty much it. Just wanted to make a somewhat quick video just to acknowledge the shockwave that went through Jetland today. But I think it's a good thing. So we'll see.